be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting the precedent, no mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set because our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a first.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Pickett back to throw. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The Steelers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week, so this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Play action. It's Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just the way you described it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow as because I went to his primary read. He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass. Exactly the second-year quarterback.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On first down, right back to ETN. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 10-7 our score after one, right here on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the key. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Najee Harris moving inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into.
There he goes, left side. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And out of bounds right around the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Another toe for ETN, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Etienne up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big players up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Pickett. And this incomplete, oh my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers had 6 to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Pickett. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And in for the Steelers. Touchdown. Calvin Austin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they work this right upfield across the 45. 182 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Handoff running left is ETN. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in. That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Boy, 248 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pickett now from the gun here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Jaguars 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run again with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Calvin Austin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now Lawrence. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 49 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give to Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down the 16-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Harris, and same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A touchdown right there from the yard. And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On second down, Etienne once more. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now 2nd and 5. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.